What if we told you the strongest thing you can build this year isn't your body, but your mind? That every time you lace up your sneakers or pick up a weight, you're not reshaping your body. You're reshaping your thoughts, your confidence, and the way you show up for your family.
As moms, we give so much of ourselves to others, but today we flip the script. In this episode, we're uncovering the hidden connection between physical strength and mental resilience, and how fitness can be the key to unlocking the best version of you.
Because it's not about just building muscles, it's about building a mindset that can weather any storm.
You'd be surprised how many women actually reached out to me at the end of last year telling me that they wanted to make a change for 2025 based off of how they felt about themselves. They were using words like, I feel so pitiful, I feel so ugly, I feel so bad about myself, I'm so tired of it, and these are some of the words that women have used to express how they feel about themselves. And a lot of the time, these women are also mothers who have put themselves to the very end and haven't prioritized the fact that they want to start feeling better about themselves. And I think that it's the common occurrence that for women, if you don't feel good about yourself and your skin, everything else kind of starts to lack as well. Because your confidence is not there, your drive is not there. Sometimes the passion to do small things, like you clean up around the house, or just, you're walking past a mirror and every time you're like, I really don't like the way I look.
Yep. And we're talking about 1 or 2 people each per week over really the last 2 or 3 months that have been reaching out, sharing these kind of feelings. So, and this is just the ones that have reached out. So can you imagine all the people that are feeling this way and not saying anything? So there is a true connection between your mind and your body, especially when it comes to mothers, because if your body is not how you want it to look, how can you perform well in any space? Let's use a few like real world examples that we can tell you. Like even for example, you train Lupita, right? Talk about the connection, what you've seen with her in the beginning, where her mindset was at, how she was speaking, and how that transitioned as she was working out with you and you were training her.
Okay. So at first, when she reached out, she was actually very scared. She's like, I didn't know if to reach out, like how should I approach? I just felt nervous and I felt weird for coming into the gym because of how I knew I would feel initially. Everybody's looking at me. I don't know if I'm doing this right. And I said, the best thing that you can do is when you don't really know how to do something, get the help. So don't worry, I'm going to guide you through it. But one of her biggest concerns at first was, am I really going to get the transformation?
Yep.
Am I really going to be able to see results?
This is the same place a lot of you might feel like you're at right now.
Yes, because she was looking at her body, in a way where it's like, there's no way that I can fix this. It had been years of her letting herself go, not really prioritizing her health.
Medical issues,
a lot of different things where she was like, I mean, I don't know, Danny, like, I don't know if we're going to be able to make this happen. I said, you'll see. And it was slowly, putting that belief in her mind that she could do it, but that it was going to take consistency. And a part of that is really starting to love yourself through the process. So what I started noticing was at first I would challenge her to do small things that in her mind, she's like, there's no way I can do that. And when she started doing it, she started falling in love with the process of, I'm actually showing myself, I'm proving myself that I can do these things.
1 step at a time.
Yes. And she started falling in love with the gym. We started coming twice a week. And slowly I started seeing her in here more and more often on her own. And I would tell her, hey, my goal is to give you that head start, but for you to fall in love with the process yourself. Because that's when she really got the results, was when she was dialed in and she was like, no, I'm doing this for me because I like the way it makes me feel. Yeah. And the feeling that she had was confidence, achieving, doing something different that she never thought she could have done.
And there's no way you can feel all of these things and not impact things outside of your fitness, yes. Outside of the gym. We started seeing her kids show up in the gym with her.
Yes.
We started seeing her husband started working out as well. So it impacts everything outside of this as well.
And she was saying, like I have more energy for work. Like before, it was the same hours, same everything, but I was always dragging around. I didn't feel good about myself. But now, I go to work, I'm energized throughout the day, and it's like life wasn't dragging her down so much. Even things like, yeah, like my husband can tell the difference, you know, like he's checking me out now. Like he's giving me little compliments. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is why.
I bet she couldn't even put a price tag on what that transformation has been worth to her, and that compounding effect that happens over time because of her starting at that moment.
And for moms, it's just so typical, you know, to put yourself at the very end, and then you're wondering, why do I keep feeling this way? And I've also had women that have come to me and said, I want to be more than just a mom. I want to feel more than I'm just a mom. I want to step into who I want to be for myself. And a lot of times that is how we feel about ourselves, what we see when we look in the mirror. So although it sounds like it's superficial, for women, especially moms, it goes so much deeper than just the physical aspect of it. So when and it doesn't matter if your body has completely changed.
It really doesn't.
No. It's the small changes that make you realize that you are capable of making that bigger transformation, and that's what keeps you going and going.
Now Lupita's sending you pictures of her flexing in the mirror. You remember how much weight she lost?
She lost about 15 pounds, but those 15
it looks
pounds
night and day difference.
Looks
yeah, because she put on muscle as well, so it's toning and shaping her body as well at the same time.
Look, it's just me versus me, and best believe I'm coming out on top every time.
Here's the thing too, like, not even only does it help you outside of life in that way, it also can help you outside of life in the fact of when hard times hit, because they're always going to hit for everybody in different ways. How do you handle that hard situation that comes up? By working out and getting your mind in a better place and getting your body in a better place. When situations come up, you're more equipped to handle it. So for example, we had on a mother Yachty here not too long ago where unfortunately her son passed away to suicide. And through that time, it's been a hard time, but you can even see here on the podcast that she's weathering the storm and finding a way to get through it because of some of that support system she built up, those mental jewels she's built up that's helping her work through the situation. What would her life potentially be like if she didn't have those skills prior to a situation like that happening? Who's to say where she would be at? What state she would be in right now? Being here consistently, working out, and all started with your inspiration. Being in here consistently. So how that works. Yeah, definitely, you made a lot of gains. Don't just think about it for the fact of what's going on in your life right now. What things is it preparing you for in the future by working on yourself right now as well? What things are preparing your kids for when they see these harder times as they get older? Best believe they're learning more from what you do and not what you say. When they see, oh, this is happening to mom right now, but this is how she handled that situation. She didn't fall apart. She didn't just give up. She pushed through it anyway. Those same things are going to be instilled in them as well. We've literally seen moms come in here and then the first day have all of these doubts. I can't do this. There's no way I can lift that weight. I don't even think I can do the exercise properly. All these different things to literally in the workout, you can see the transformation happen in one workout alone. What? I just did that? There's no way. And you can literally see their face go from when they walk in, head down, shoulders like, I don't know what I'm about to get into, to literally smiling, head held high in one workout. Who's to say how much impact that one workout made? And you just see it growing more and more the more consistent they are and they go over time.
Yeah, and one of those connections that we really want to make is Fitness is directly correlated with your mindset, your mental state, how you feel about yourself, all the different things that are so much more than just fitness. You don't even have to get yourself necessarily in the gym if that's not what you're comfortable with, but start somewhere, because that fitness side that you're prioritizing is going to lead into so many other things.
So that literally is why one of the first things I tell every client that comes in is we're going to start with your mindset first. Because we can get your mind in the right place, everything else has no choice but to follow. How are you going to stick to your diet when I'm not there looking at you, or she's not there looking at you, if your mind is not in the right place? We can give you all the tools you need. Here, eat this amount of calories you need, this amount of protein you need, all these different things. But if this isn't in the right place, you ain't going to stick to it. Same thing. Hey, we're going to work out with you certain days in the gym. There's certain days you need to come by yourself as well. Are you going to do that if your mind's not in the right place? If your mind is not in the right place, there's going to be people outside the gym that are saying, you don't really need to do that. You look good just how you are. Why are you making any of these changes? You're not going to stick to it. You're going to let them pull you out the gym if this is not in the right place. So when you work on this, everything else in your life transforms too, not just your body.
Yeah. And when you show up for yourself consistently at the gym, even on the days that you don't want to, it shows you how you should show up for yourself in life, even on the days where it feels hard, even on the days where you don't want to do anything, because building that resilience in the gym also teaches you how to build resilience in your life.
So by doing this, you're automatically going to start chipping away at that mom guilt you feel, because you're taking these steps towards a better you that's going to impact your life in every level. The only way you can build confidence as anything is by taking action. You can't just do all these thoughts and live your life only in your mind. You have to start producing by taking that initial step. Even if it doesn't look optimal, even if it looks like I might fail, take the step anyway. And then what you'll notice is the more you do it, the easier it gets, the better you get, the more your life changes. Take what we said already and take this into 2025. This is the new year. This is your new life. This is the beginning and start of the new you. On that note, that's the end of this video, New Birth Fitness family. We'll be back at it again before you know it. See you next time.